So I thought that the third quarter, Jonathan Kuminga was fantastic. Did not carry over into a win, but now 3 games back, I think he looks really good.
And in addition to the offense, going one-on-one and being able to score, he showed you on the defensive end how he can put pressure on the point guard. Russell Westbrook got a couple steals there on
Chanchar.
Yeah. He, just putting the pressure on him, getting some steals there. This is what the Warriors can do when they're locked in. I think they started too late in the game. They waited too late into the game to really turn the defensive pressure on and to really try to take care of the ball. I feel like they got out of sync early in the game, and the story is the same for across the board. When you lose the ball, the Warriors get out of sync, and that's everybody across the board. Jonathan Kuminga is a guy who, in the flow of the offense, he can attack the second side of the offense. He can get to the rim. Well, in the third quarter, you saw him going one-on-one, trying to get to the rim, create his own offense. He can show you that he has the ability to do that.
Yeah, I thought the game didn't connect as well tonight, probably because of the turnovers. But a lot of nights in the past, since Jimmy Butler's been here, his isolation game has kind of seamlessly fit in with the ball movement, body movement. Now when you're down 12, whether it be Jonathan or Jimmy Butler, I thought their isolation game was exactly that, a lot of standing around. Even when they did score, get to the free throw line, there was not much rhythm and flow. And when the Warriors are really cooking, it's seamless movement. And even when Jimmy Butler is in the mid-post, they're still creating high-quality shots. I thought Denver had a lot to do with that, though, strategically, being able to play those guys one-on-one and live with that and not have them going inside out.
Fezzi, young glove, Gary Payton II is known for his defense.
Great game.
Picking up 94 feet, stealing the ball, playing in that dunker spot. But what has gotten into him offensively? 18 points tonight, 2 or 3 from the three-point line. No
Great
hesitation.
Pass. Great pass.
3 rebounds, 3 steals. Young glove is hooping right now, Fezzi.
He's doing his job exactly what he's supposed to do out there on the floor. Defensively, he's being a pest, but offensively, playing such great basketball alongside Steph Curry. You see that great pass? At 6'4", being able to cut like this and finish, he's actually one of the better finishers on the team. And at his size, going against big 7-footers in the paint, he's doing a great job finishing, but he's also doing a great job hitting the three-point shot. I said to him last game, I was like, hey, what's up, shooter? He said, no, I'm trying to go under the radar here. I'm just trying to stay lucky. And right now, he's playing such great basketball offensively for the Warriors.
Yeah, I think similar to Paz, he looks really healthy now. So he's moving up and down the floor beautifully, finishing at the rim. But I think he looks like a more confident three-point shooter. And whether it be GP2, Moses Moody, Draymond, those shots are going to be there. Much like we just talked about the Denver Nuggets, they need their role players to step up. Those shots are going to be yielded to them. On a nightly basis, Steve Kerr could take 100 years. He couldn't draw a play up to get some of those open looks. And you need to knock them down to force the defense to change their strategy.
And that's key moving into the playoffs. And it's good to see GP2 be so decisive. But we got some dunks to show you here as we take a look at our Chase alley-oop from tonight. Denver on the attack here. GP2 again. We were just discussing him with the nice steal, goes around the back and finds Jimmy buckets.
Great pass.
Look at that. Jimmy Butler still showing that he has some hops there, Fezzi.
Mike Malone will probably be showing this transition defense.
Do you see this lineup, though? GP2 is the point guard in this group right here, in this lineup. Steve Kerr going with different
combination right there,
combination right here. And great pass, very fine.
Great active hands, too.
No doubt. GP2 with a solid night as well as Jimmy Butler. Sixers visiting the Rockets without podcast Paul George, who's out for the rest of the season. Look at that injury. It's right there for the Sixers. Houston with the 6-game winning streak on the line. See, the Rockets were down 2 there. 5 seconds left. Missed the free throw, but Şengün with the tough tip in.
Wow.
Well, Sixers fans are probably saying, yes, yes, yes.
No, really. So they moved the injured list is now called the missing in action list?
Oh, going for the win. Just a little right. We're going to overtime here down in H-Town.
Who was that, Bonta? Who shot that?
Jalen Hood Shafino.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of him, Billy?
Yeah, he used to play for the Lakers.
There you go. Look at that knowledge there. Yeah. Lead pass Willie. Rockets get to win it overtime by 7. Here you go. Pacers and T-Wolves.
Ant-Man.
T-Wolves are red hot as you fell. Wake up over there. 8-game winning streak. Look at that right there. Pacers up 1. They didn't play 4 of their 5 starters tonight, and I thought they were battling for 4th or 5th spot in the Eastern Conference, but I guess it didn't matter. You see the layup right there to sit at the overtime. 4 seconds left. Ant-Man gets doubled on the three-point line.
He
tripled. It still almost made that.
He had a double team. He dribbled it to a triple team.
Overtime. How about Obi Toppin here?
Big shots.
Oh,
look at that
man.
3 right there. Minnesota down 2, going for the win. Julius Randle.
No Halliburton either?
Look at Najee wide open in the corner thinking, I could touch the ball too. I could shoot it from here. Wild Western Conference standings. It's getting wilder, folks. Rockets, Nuggets, and Lakers tied with 25 losses. Pay attention to the loss column, not the win column. 25 losses for the Rockets, Nuggets, and the Lakers. The Grizzlies lose to Sacramento. Kyle Draper somewhere lighting the beam. As Sacramento improves to 34-33, the Clippers still there at 38-30, but they're a game behind the Warriors now, and they own that tiebreaker. Minnesota drops to 40-30, so the Warriors hold on to the 6th spot as of now, Bully.
So you look at the loss column.
I look at the loss column.
Until it gets to 82 games.
Until it gets to 82 games. Losses don't change, man, you know? Tiebreakers,
right,
you know,
right.
You know what I'm saying, Bully?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
3 teams with 25 losses.
I feel like Steve Kerr's bad mood is rubbing off on me right now because he's looking at this game saying, we could have walked away from this game, the Denver Nuggets losing 2 of their top stars, and we just gave them confidence. So you got a back-to-back. You're coming back tomorrow night against the Bucks. And it's the same thing. This is a bigger team. It's going to be a playoff-style basketball. You've had some physical games. And so the Warriors are going to walk into that game tomorrow trying to get their lick back after this game tonight.
And for tomorrow's game, the big question is going to be, does Steph Curry play?
Yes.
Because Steve's comments post-game sure sound like he was hedging towards maybe not.
Oh, that's tough because they could have been 2 games behind the Denver Nuggets in the West, 2 games behind the Memphis Grizzlies, another game in Memphis later this season, and another one against Denver inside this building. So a crucial loss for the Golden State Warriors to the short-handed Denver Nuggets. But let's go flying above the rim, Fezzy Fell.
Who is it?
Come on,
It's
man.
not Air Congo.
No?
Courtesy of OAK. We're going out to the Smoothie King Center.
Oh!
Pelicans are down 29, but who cares because Zion Williamson, for some reason, we love picking on beef stew. Isaiah Stewart gets dunked on.
What happened, man?
Well, Pistons
They
did
try to
walk
use-
away with the win.
Oh no, I think that's one guy. Zion Williamson, he's box office, man. You want to watch him play. It's so hard when he's not on the floor. And for the New Orleans Pelicans, they want to see that every night.
Well, apparently Isaiah Stewart is box office around here. We always show his lowlights now. You pick on Steph,
Wow.
we'll find your lowlight every single night.
NBC Sports
But
Bay Area.
I
sponsored by-
appreciate the fact that he goes to block the shot and doesn't take a charge.
There
I
you
do
go.
appreciate that. And you have to ask yourself, where's the perimeter defense? Because they're getting a running start.
Right.
It's not like,
I mean, the
the
Pistons took a playoff. They're up 29, Bully. But, I mean, you know, game was wrapped up.
Beef stew may be better. He might be coming out to the West Coast soon. Look for some people around here.
Not me.
Looking for some answers.
Not me. My name is Bennett. I'm not in it. Let's go to the odds presented by Great Resort and Casino. And you know what? We're going to take tomorrow off. I'm going to just call it right now. We're going to run the graphic tomorrow. We're going to see the point spread. We're not betting, Fezzy Phil. That's 2 losses in a row.
Save your money, man. Save your chicken.
Yeah, I'm going to have
Marshawn
to.
Lynch.
I'm going to have to.
Time to ice and chill.
Maybe short on rent. I saw my landlord
You
at
might
the
want
game
to just
today.
lock yourself in the cryo chamber.
Yeah, I don't have one of those. Billy, you have one of those?
I need one.
Let's hear from Draymond Green, who's discussing this loss with the media right now.
And I'm sure you're always protecting against human nature when you hear Jokic and Murray out, but do you think that was at least the start of this, a little bit of a mental letdown?
Definitely, but, you know, they still have an MVP, still have high-caliber players. We just got to be better in that situation. I think they did a lot of things to screw us up, and then once the team get in the rhythm, they got some really good NBA players over there. So once the team get in the rhythm, it's hard to break it, and they got into a rhythm fast.
You guys had 20 turnovers. That's been one of really kind of the strengths of this run is limiting that. I mean, do you feel like that was the biggest factor?
Yeah, for sure. And we knew that coming in. Like, you turn the ball over, they're going to get out in transition and run, get easy buckets, and that allows them to get into a rhythm. And we didn't do a good job of it. Started with me and just trickled down to everybody else.
What were some of the things that they did that screwed you guys up?
They played with a lot of force. They were extremely active, and then they, offensively, they had a lot of movement, and we weren't communicating well. We gave up slips to the rim. You know, a bunch of guys got open layups, and like I said, once you start getting those layups, it's hard to break that rhythm.
No, I just want to have you comment on your 6,000 number of rebounds and what that all means to you and your efforts
Oh, it's cool. I take pride in rebounding the ball. I play for Tom Izzo, so you got to rebound. So, yeah, I think to reach any milestone in this league is, pretty good. So, it's cool.
Steve said Steph is tired. Do you see it?
It's game 68. I think we're all tired. It's the reality of the NBA. So we just got to all figure out a way. But I think, all things considered, everybody's tired. You usually, the season works, you kind of start off the season fresh and kind of get to a point to where you maybe after, it used to be like late January, early February, really late January, you start getting into them dog days. And then you get to the All-Star break and you kind of get rejuvenated coming out of the break. And then you kind of get to this point and it's like can't quite see the All-Star break anymore. But you can't quite see the end yet, and you kind of hit those dog days again. And that's where everybody is right now in the NBA. Unfortunately, we got a lot to play for in these games. So, you don't get the luxury of tricking off games or, a bunch of rest. We need to win games. So,
is rejuvenation possible when you guys are trying to stack wins? Rejuvenation for you, for Jimmy, for Steph? I mean, what's the tension between maintaining bodies but making sure that you're not in the play-in?
Yeah, we just want to not be in the play-in. So, whatever we got to do, we got to figure it out.
Interesting stuff there from Draymond Green. Fezzi Fell, our highlight zone coming up on the other side. Plus, we'll look ahead to the Milwaukee Bucks Sleep Awareness Month, Fezzi Fell. 50% off pillows this Saturday. Miss any Sleep World.
So no
Location
night-night
near
tonight?
you. No night-night tonight. Denver went night-night with nice play there by Draymond Green with a block shot. The Warriors with 9 block shots as a team. This is a physical basketball. I almost said football game. I almost said football game because it felt like that at times.
Man.
It was rough out there. Play number 2, Jimmy Buckets, a nice dime to Moses Moody.
Finish, Moses.
Moses Moody, a bit of a quiet night. 9 points, just the 5th time in his last 28 games where he didn't score in double figures.
Michael Porter was sleeping on that play.
It sure was. And in his play, everybody was sleeping. And Mike Malone said, full. Mike Malone said, full. We're stopping this. Look at his arms. It's out. Come on. And then Popeye Jones. What about his glare at Michael Porter Jr.? Dude, you want to stop the ball? You're 6'11".
How disappointing is a loss like tonight given the circumstances that they had going on?
I mean, to me, and about the circumstances, any loss is disappointing, especially on our home floor. We got another one tomorrow, though, so we got to have some short-term memory and really get back to doing what we're supposed to be doing come tomorrow.
What did you think was missing tonight?
Our care for the basketball. I think we turned it over way too much. We were very loose with the basketball, careless with it. Got them into the open floor, and that saw the ball going early, and it never stopped.
We've talked plenty about how ball security is kind of one of your things. I mean, how much does a loss when your team has 20 stinging more?
It hurts me. I ain't gonna lie to you. I hate turning the ball over. I hate when we turn the ball over. We just got to be better at that. If we get shots on goal, I think we're a very hard team to beat. But you ain't gonna beat too many people in this league, no matter who's on the floor, with 20 turnovers.
What's the messaging in flushing this one so fast with tonight, having a back-to-back tomorrow against the Bucks?
I mean, we're professionals. For most people here, this is our first game, let alone our first back-to-back. So we know that we have to be better. We know that we will be better. We're expected to win every game here on out. We are. We put this behind us, know that we can be better, and we will be.
How do you fight, not necessarily you, but a team fight a natural letdown that comes when knowing another team is missing key players? Because we know it happens all the time, it seems like.
But that's no excuse. I think that's when you get guys that play incredibly hard to prove that they belong in this league. Good for them. We just didn't bring it tonight from jump, no matter who was on the floor. I'm not going to say that we overlooked anybody. We weren't the most physical team. We didn't execute We didn't get back. We didn't do anything that got us these wins as of late.
You guys got out-rebounded by 14. Is that a tell?
No, I mean, like I said, they beat us every loose ball. They hit us first. They put their mark on the game and put their nose on the ball. And like I said, that was from the beginning of the game.
Steve said that Steph's exhausted. Do you see him having wearing down a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it was wearing down, but it's okay to be tired. And that's on myself and that's on us as a unit to pick up the slack for him. He's, as everybody wants to think that he is superhuman, he is not. He is our leader, and we must protect him at all times. I will tell you that. So that's on myself for sure, but everybody else to make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing and give my man a break.
How can you do that?
Make sure that we don't turn the ball over, one. Make sure we get a shot on goal. Make sure we get a good shot on goal at that. And execute. I think whenever you execute and get the ball where it needs to go, that's my job more than anybody's. And maybe Dre's. His job's a lot easier.
You took a pretty good blow there in the game.
Show y'all the drive ahead. 2 more home games left on this 7-game homestand, the longest of the season. Warriors 4-1 on this homestand. They'll take on the Bucks tomorrow night. A quick turnaround as Milwaukee's already in the town, and they got blown out yesterday by the Oklahoma City Thunder, who played without Lou Dort and Jalen Williams. Then they end this homestand with Toronto, who beat them north of the border earlier this season. Then they'll head out on the road to Atlanta, Miami, New Orleans for a long road trip there. So a quick turnaround for the Golden State Warriors. May not see Stephen Curry tomorrow night, but the return of Brandon Podziemski, that will give the offense a boost, no doubt about that. Another playmaker, another ball handler who was playing well before he injured his back on the last game of that 5-game East Coast swing, where he left the game 44 seconds into it with the lower back injury. So you see the numbers right there. But really, since he's come back from the right abdominal strain, he's been really hooping, Fezzi.
Yeah, Brandon Podziemski, whenever you come back from an injury, there's always this boost that you bring to your team. And right now, let's listen to the post-game interviews. It seems like the Warriors need that boost and that jolt of energy that Brandon Podziemski brings. You saw that tonight with Russell Westbrook. He was the guy who was bringing the ball up the floor. He was just running at the Warriors offense the whole night, the Warriors defense the whole night. And that's what you see from Brandon Podziemski. They missed that tonight. And hopefully he brings that, the second ball handler, a guy that can bring some stability to the offense when the Warriors are struggling.
Yeah, so tomorrow you're going to get 2 desperate teams. Milwaukee lost at home, so they're trying to right the ship there. The Warriors tonight, you heard Jimmy Butler's post-game comments there. They're going to be really focused on, first and foremost, taking care of the basketball, make sure they have better possessions. If Steph does not play, Brandon Podziemski will be a welcomed addition with his playmaking. He's been phenomenal since he came back off injury. Obviously, physically, he looks fresh and quick and bouncy. And I think he's made a few nice minor adjustments to his approach. I think he's much better straight line driving, 1, 2, 3 dribbles max, getting off the ball, sharing it, making the right plays, making quick 0.5 decisions. So he's played much better basketball since he got back from injury. So tomorrow night, hopefully Steph will play, but listen to Steve's comments. There's a chance he will not. They're going to have to step up, get other people involved. And I think still the real piece of the puzzle here, and it's only one game, I think, of all the games Jimmy Butler played, is combining that isolation game and maintaining your ball movement, body movement, so Steph can really get into a flow.
What's going on with the Bucks this season?
Bucks have been up and down. I mean, they traded Chris Middleton, a guy who they really needed, the guy who they had success with in the past. Mm-hmm. Won a championship with Chris Middleton, and now they're trying to integrate new players. You got Kyle Kuzma in the mix. Yep. You got Kevin Porter Jr.
Yeah, he's up there in Milwaukee as well.
That's a team that's still dangerous. They got Giannis.
No doubt about that. It should be a fun one tomorrow night at Chase Center, but the Warriors dropped to 4-1 and have their 7-game winning streak snapped by the Denver Nuggets, who will beat the Dubs 9 consecutive times. Dubs Talk Live is next.